Live from Nationals Park in Washington, D.C., it's Major League Baseball on a Friday night. It's the San Francisco Giants and the Washington Nationals. And today on the hill, Zach Littell. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking.
And he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Batting second baseman
Luis Ruiz stands in.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with the knock in this one.
Foul ball there. Adames gets his lead at first with nobody out. That one finds the zone. 0-2 now.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
One and 2 now. To the right side. To second, Abrams. A sensational double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Now Matt Chapman at the plate. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss at a slider.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
High fly ball, right field. Wood under it. And that is that. One hit in the inning, but no one left. And now the Nats get their first opportunity. There's no score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's the starter for San Francisco, Logan Webb. What should we keep an eye on here?
We know he's one of the best in the game, doesn't make many mistakes, and if he's in a pinch, he'll make up a pitch and throw something that you've never seen before.
James Wood digging in for the Nationals. Have to say he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years.
Nope, outside.
One, two now. And there's a ball.
Two.
That
Ball
just
three.
misses. Full count now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
batting second, third baseman Brady House.
Brady House getting ready to hit.
Hey! Ball down.
That
Ball
one
three.
misses. And now 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And a swing and a miss. Got him swinging. One away.
Batting third, first baseman, Ruiz.
As we take a look at the Nationals lineup, they're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
Luis Garcia, batting with one down, takes a strike. Runner on the goal. Up the middle. Pulls it down, and they're 2 away. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off. We played an inning. No score. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Now the Giants' 4-hitter, Rafael Devers. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, JT Schmitt.
Next will be the Giants' DH, JT Schmitt.
This guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
The 0-1. Popped up. Nunez under it. And there's 2 away.
Batting sixth, right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee.
Jung-Hoo Lee, the next Giant to hit.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
Outside, that's a ball.
No score here in the second. And that is in for a strike. And the count is 1-1. Late with the swing there. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Towards first, Garcia. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, CJ Abrams. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Check swing, went around. Strike one.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
On the ground to first, Devers takes it himself. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
Batting fifth, center fielder, Joey Wiemer.
Here's the center fielder, Joey Wiemer.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. The 0-1.
Ball! That pitch is out.
Matthew Ross behind the plate. Pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, pitchers that work side to side effectively love being on the mound with Ross calling balls and strikes, Boog. If you can command your stuff on the outer edges of the strike zone, he will reward you.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And now two gone.
Dalen Lyle.
At the plate, Dalen Lyle. And now the 0-1. There's a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a ball popped in the air out to shallow center. That is the inning. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here in Nationals Park, here's Elliot Ramos.
Elliot Ramos.
That's off the inside corner, and it's 1-0. Ground ball right side. He takes it on his own. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Catcher Daniel Susak.
And up next for San Francisco, Daniel Susak.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
On the ground right side, and it goes just foul. Back to the mound. He's got it. Slings to first. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
Batting ninth, center fielder Drew Gilbert.
And up next for the Giants, Drew Gilbert.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Inside, ball one.
Top of the third, no score. What a stop to first. Pretty nice play there. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Back in Washington, D.C. Bottom of the inning, Nasim Nunez digging in for the Nationals. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that ball.
Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
That's why you run hard 90 feet. Take nothing for granted, especially when you've got great speed. I'll take the infield knock.
Next for the Nationals is the DH, Jose Tena. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. The 0-1. That's a little bit low.
Ball.
Nunez aboard here at first with nobody out. Ground ball right side down the line, and it's foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Ruiz.
One out man at first. Keibert Ruiz digging in for the Nationals. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Oh, 1 down.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity, try to get a rollover, something on the ground, stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Now quick throw to first, and he's back safely. One down. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. Too high. What does that mean, too high? Who cares? It's gone. He sends it out of here. The Nationals strike first. It's 2-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So the Nats lineup turns over. James Wood now at the plate. In the air, left field. Ramos under it. Out number 2.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Next to hit, Brady House. Struck out swinging his first time. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. Two down, nobody on. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Nats pick up a pair in the inning on this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. On to the 4th. Now it's the Giants leadoff hitter, Willie Adames.
Ball, that's just out.
The 1-0. And Adames swings through that one.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect a pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Now here is Luis Arias.
Hey!
The Nationals leading by 2, top half of inning number 4. Comes up empty.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Liner snagged at first.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And here is Matt Chapman. Chapman in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Two down, nobody on.
Ball
You
one.
want to be patient here. Try to work a walk if you can. You've got a big power bat behind you in the on-deck circle, and with 2 outs, 1 swing can put you right back in this ball game.
The 1-1. Swing and a foul straight back. The 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him. Third out. Giants are down 1-2-3. They trail it here 2-0. Back here in Nationals Park. Bottom 4, Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals.
Garcia.
Webb back to work. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. Line drive. And foul ball. The 0-2. And they'll do it again. The 0-2. That one way inside. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 1-2.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. The wide, the kick, and the 1-2. Inside, almost got him. And that one is lifted in the air. Gilbert moving under this one. One down. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Shortstop CJ Abrams.
Here's CJ Abrams now. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat.
He's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Zips it across.
He's out.
Already 2 gone here in the home
Up
fourth.
next for the Nationals, center fielder, Joey
Wow,
Weaver.
singing, what a throw. We got to take another look at it, but this time with the numbers from StatCast.
Yeah, Boog, that's about as good as it gets. You'll see the hardest throwing infielders reach 90+ on throws across the diamond, so he's pretty much right there with the best infield arms in the game. That was a rocket of a throw right there.
Now at the plate, Joey Weaver.
That's out.
Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth.
He's
Ball,
clearly
that's
trying to
outside.
work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
That
That's
one
ball
misses. 3 balls, no strikes. That clips the corner. Weaver wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. And that one just barely missed. The call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. Here's the left fielder, Dalen Lyle. 0 for 1. He was robbed of a hit on a diving catch his first time up.
That's a ball.
Weaver off of first with 2 away. This one in the air, center field. And that will end the inning. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Nationals 2 and the Giants nothing. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Rafael Devers.
Well, these
Ball, that's off
Giants
the plate.
just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Here's a 2-0. Devers not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And it's going to stay a strike. One challenge remaining for them now. The 2-1. And a foul ball. Two now. And that's
Ball.
down and away.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Oh, look at the stop. Over to first. Nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Giants.
And
the
here's a look at
designated
how
hitter,
he's using his
Schmitt.
pitches in this one. Next will be the Giants DH, Casey Schmitt. 0 for 1 so far.
And this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Lined into left center, base hit. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
Up next for the Giants,
Only 2 hits
right
allowed
fielder,
so far tonight,
JT
Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
And now the right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. Grounded out his first time up.
Hey!
Here's 0-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. They put the tag on him and no throw. He's into first easily.
Up next for the Giants, left fielder Elliot Ramos.
So digging in, Elliot Ramos. Grounded out his first time up. Right side. It's in and out of his glove, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. You're dialed into the show. Back in Washington, D.C., we head to the bottom of the 5th. Nasim Nunez digging in for the Nationals. That one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball 1. Up the middle, Adames on the run, sends it over to first. In time, got him.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Now here is Jose Tena. His first at bat was a strikeout. And look out, as that one ran in and got him.
Up next for the Nationals.
Man at first, the switch hitting catcher will come up to hit. Keibert Ruiz. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer his first time up.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with the pickoff artist on the mound.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Fouled off left side.
Ball.
Man at first, 1 away. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Ball 2.
Rolled slowly to first. Devers to Adames. That's 1. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Offense held in check there. 5 innings complete. It's the Nationals 2 and the Giants nothing. Back here in Nationals Park. Close game here and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. Leading off, Daniel
For
Susak.
San Francisco, catcher Daniel Susak.
Swings through that one for strike one.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Inside, ball 2.
The 2-1. And that
That's a
one
ball.
missing low.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Back to work, 3-2 now. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
And now the center fielder, Drew Gilbert, grounded out to short in his first trip. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And that one is downstairs, and 1-1. The Nats trying to protect a 2-run lead, and we're the top half of the 6th. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 1-2. Way inside. Susak gets his lead at first. Nobody out. That's down
Ball
and
3.
in.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
Payoff pitch. Stays alive. Three-two on the way. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Three-two. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Willie Adames stands in. 1 for 2.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
No, that's low.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. So the call stands. So they'll lose their first challenge. Next offering is down low. In the dirt. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Matt Chapman to the plate in this high leverage situation. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Activity in the Washington bullpen. P.J. Poolin, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Perez, the power lefty, up as well. The 0-2. Strike 3, went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back in Washington, D.C. Well, we go bottom 6. James Wood digging in for the Nationals. Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score it.
Up next for the Nationals.
Well, you can't give him 2 errors on that play, but that's pretty much what it looked like. Tried to stay with it after the bobble, and it might have pulled it off with a good throw, but it's very easy to rush the throw when you don't field it cleanly. A lot of times guys don't have a good grip on it, and I think that was the case right there.
Brady House, the next to hit.
Nope.
Wood gets his lead at first with nobody out. This one in the air, center field. And there's one down.
Up next for the Nationals, first baseman
Luis Garcia digs in now. Signs of movement in the Giants bullpen. Eric Miller up and loosening in the pen. Baraki also getting ready. The 0-1.
Ball 1.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Lee, long run on his horse, but misjudges this one, and it falls. And he'll pull into second safely.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Here comes the manager out of the Giants dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Logan Webb won't go any further, and he kept him in it even though he's in line for the loss right now. New arm when we come back.
Now pitching for San
Eric
Francisco,
Miller on the
number
pitch out of the pen
68,
here.
Eric
And
Miller.
never an easy situation coming in with runners at second and third. He's got a base to work with, so he doesn't have to be perfect, but he does have to make some quality pitches.
Here's CJ Abrams to hit. He's grounded out a couple of times.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Two on, one out. In the air to left center. Ramos settles under this one. He's got it. Runner tags for home. Fires it to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing a cutoff man. Didn't last long before I was pulled aside by a veteran pitcher. He had a talk with me. I don't know if I ever missed a cutoff man again.
Weimer in now. Takes ball one off the plate.
Ball 2.
Close
That's ball
one.
3.
Doesn't get the call. And that's ball 3.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Man on second, 2 down. And
That's
ball
ball
4, 2 aboard.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
And now up for Washington, Dalen Lyle. That's in there. That's strike 1. Miller, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. That is a big time benefit.
Ball 1.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Ball 2.
Got him swinging for the K. They limit the damage here. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We're through 6 full. It's the Nationals 3 and the Giants nothing. We go to the top of the 7th. Now the Giants 4-hitter, Rafael Devers.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
And a 1-1. On the ground, Abrams to first. That's the first out at the top of the 7th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And up next for San Francisco, Casey Schmitt.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
And the 0-1. Next
Off the
offering
plate,
is
ball
outside.
1. That's ball 2.
The Nationals leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Fastball for a strike. And now 2-2. Got him swinging.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for the Giants, Jung-Hoo Lee. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Ground ball up the middle. And that is the inning. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show.
Now pitching for San
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Barucki.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Digging in, Nasim Nunez. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass.
Ball in.
On the ground to the left. Long throw to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Up next for the Nationals, designated hitter, Jose
And next is the
Tena.
designated hitter, Jose Tena. He's 0 for 1. Here comes the 0-1.
Aye.
Good job to fight that one off. Oh, and 2 now. In the air out towards right center. Gilbert on the move. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Nationals, catcher Keibert Ruiz.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Keibert Ruiz. His 2-run homer back in the 3rd was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
Ball.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. That one
Inside, ball
inside.
3.
Look out. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Payoff pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. In the air, right field. Lee moving back for this one. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Nothing doing for Washington, but they lead at 3-0.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Cionel Perez.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
Stepping in, Elliot Ramos has grounded out a couple of times.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
The 0-1. A little out front there as he swings through it. Activity in the bullpen. Gus Varley, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Oh, that got away from him.
Got him.
And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Daniel Susak, the next Giant to hit. And that is downstairs. Ball 1. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen.
That's ball 2.
Working down to the zone to start the at-bat, looking for that double play ground ball.
Yeah, back-to-back sinkers there. He's looking for some weak contact or to get this hitter to roll over. Now, as a hitter, you have to be really disciplined. Don't look down, because you'll end up chasing the ball down. Set your sights high. Maybe you get a mistake.
In the dirt to second. In there
He made it.
safely. And now a man into scoring position.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
Man at second. Yeah, that's fouled off. Payoff pitch, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, that'll bring the tying run to the plate, so all eyes on the man coming to the dish right now.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Christian Koss, and this is a big at bat in this ball game. That one not close. Ball 1. The tying run at the plate. The strike. That one outside.
That's out.
Ball 2.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Now a fly ball to right center. And that's a base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
Willie Adames to the plate now in a high leverage spot. 1 for 3.
Ball. Nope,
just
that's off the plate.
missed.
Ball
To
2.
a count, you really don't want to give in here. You've got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and
Yep,
third.
that ball went out.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
3-0 down. That catches the corner. Adames wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. They'll keep their remaining challenge.
Up next.
So up next, Luis Arias, known for his late inning heroics.
Get on base here and keep building off this momentum. They're getting closer, but they've still got some work to do.
Outside
Ball
low, ball 1.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
So they're all loaded up. Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2.
Foul ball.
So the tying run at second. On the ground to first. To second, Abrams. And a run scores on the double play.
It's always great when you can add a run, but in this situation with the bases loaded, double play's kind of a rally killer.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Nationals pen. Cionel Perez departs, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Gus Varley.
And he may only have to face one batter in this spot. At least that's what they're hoping as he tries to strand that runner at third. Big spot here.
Chapman in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
The changeup missing. Ball 1. So after the double play, he's trying to pick up his teammate, tie this game. That's too low. Ball 2. The Nats holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one finds the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Inning over, and it could have been worse. So it's 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Nationals 3 and the Giants 2. So coming into the game now on defense, Will Brennan. He'll be patrolling center field. Well, 1-run game. James Wood digging in for the Nationals.
You know, these Nationals, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
That one finds the corner. No balls, 2 strikes.
Ball, that's out.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Out towards right center field. And there's one down.
Oh, the ball will find you. You come into the game and better be ready, because it's like the ball knows where's the new blood. But really nice play. That could have easily been botched.
Next to hit for the Nats, Brady House. 0 for 3 in this one. This one in the air, center field. Brennan settles underneath it. 2 away.
Up next for the Nationals.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Ryan Barucki won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for San
So the
Francisco,
Giants with a new pitcher on the hill, Caleb Killian.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And here's the first baseman, Luis Garcia. Hot shot to third. Sends it to first, and that is the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Washington, but they're up 3-2. We go to the ninth. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Rafael Devers. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1. Looking to get the tying run on base. That misses the zone, and the count now 2-0. Swings through that. Outside low. 3 balls and a strike.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
And the tying run is on base.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day 1.
So now the DH spot, Casey Schmitt. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. And now 2-0. There's the strike. 95 of that one. And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 3-1. Jung-Hoo Lee in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And the 3-1. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Out of here. A 2-run blast. And they've rallied from 3 back. It's 4-3. You can sense it inside the stadium. These fans are devastated.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Gus Barlett gives way, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Now on the mound for the Nationals, PJ Poulin. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. And up next for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. And it's fouled away. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here at the top of the ninth. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Left fielder, Elliot Ramos.
Next to hit, Elliot Ramos. On the corner for a strike. Ramos thought that one missed, and here comes the challenge. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. The lefty, the 1-0. That one almost got him.
Inside, ball 2.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
Yeah, there's ball 4.
Ball 4.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Catcher, Daniel Susak.
Man at first with 1 gone. Daniel Susak, the next Giant to hit.
Ball, that's low.
Snap throw to first.
He's safe.
Back in safe, really close. Swinging a foul straight back. Fly ball down the line. And that's a foul ball. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That's out number 2.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
At the plate, Will Brennan.
Aye.
Ramos off of first with 2 away. Ball 1 there. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Ball 2.
To the right side, and that one handled on to first, and that's the 3rd out. And some late inning drama here in the 9th as this homer gives them the lead. It's now a 4-3 ball game.
Now pitching for San
We're back,
Francisco.
and on the mound is the closer, Ryan Walker.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Now it's the shortstop, CJ Abrams.
They hope
Nope,
he's the guy
that's
to
the ball.
spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
One-run game, bottom 9.
No, that's
Right now,
down.
behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
Two-0. Slider for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. The 2-2 on the way. Breaking ball
Ball
misses
3.
down and away. Payoff pitch. And ball
That's ball
4
4.
there. Tying
Take the
run
base.
is on base.
Up next
They're not ready to
for
go
the
home quite yet.
Nationals, Center fielder
Joey Wiemer will hit next. A couple of walks and a strikeout. Gets him to chase after that one. The 0-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2. Here's the 0-2.
There you
Check
go.
swing, appeal to first. No, he held up. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Dalen Lyle now at the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Runner takes off. That's it for a strike. Oh, the throw is over his head. And they won't get him, and he goes first to third on the error.
I think a good throw to second base has a chance to catch him right there. So that's a throw he's going to walk back behind the dish. And you roll the dice when you send the runner, but oftentimes you're trying to force some action, and it worked out great for him right there.
Tap foul at the plate.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
The 0-2. That one ran inside, almost got him. The 1-2 comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it on to first, and there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Really nice job behind the plate with the pressure on. Tying run at third, so he did a great job of not only completing the strikeout at first, but also making sure that that guy stays put 90 feet away. That doesn't go unnoticed.
Big spot here, bottom of the 9th. Down to their final out. Up now for Washington, Nasim Nunez. Trying to deliver as the hero. And that's
Nope.
a little bit
Ball
high.
1.
And that's ball 1.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. When you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this is where they earn their keep.
Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. So that removes their last challenge. The 1-0. And
Ball.
another ball.
Damn.
The Nationals with the winning run at the plate. And the home team trying to pull it out. And the runner's coming home. Bunting for a hit. Save.
Safe. He's good.
Fantastic effort, but that extends the inning.
Huge moment for him and his team, Boog. You know, some guys just grip it a bit too tight in a big spot like this, having a chance to tie it up in the bottom of the ninth. But he didn't let the moment get to him. Comes up with the RBI knock, and now he's giving his teammates a chance to walk this thing off with the win if they can push across another run.
Digging in, Jose Tena. That one's in there, and that's strike one. The Nats with the winning run on at first. Here in the last half of inning number 9. Swinging a foul out of play. Trying to send this extra innings. That one way inside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the third out, and we'll play extra innings in this one. But a big turn of events here in the 9th as we are again all knotted up. And we are tied 4-4.
Now pitching for
Back
the
now,
Nationals,
and we're in extras. A
number
new arm on the mound here in the top half of the inning. Orlando Ribalta. This is his 3rd time out this year. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Willie Adames.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
Late swing, fouled off.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
High fly ball, right field. Brings it in. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with 1 out.
Up next for the Giants, second baseman Luis Ariz.
So digging in, Luis Ariz.
Go-ahead run is 90 feet away. This at bat could end up deciding the game when everything is said and done.
Check swing, and he went. And that is strike one.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
Tied at 4. And fouled off. Out towards right center field. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And a couple of quick outs.
Up next for the Giants, third baseman Matt
Go ahead
Chapman.
run on base. Now it's Matt Chapman. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a flyout.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
There's a strike, 95 of that one.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
The 0-2.
Nope.
Ball one.
That's a really good take. Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to happen with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Now pitching for San
Back here in
Francisco,
extras,
number
and a new
34,
pitcher on the mound in the
JT
bottom half of the
Brubaker.
inning. JT Brubaker. He's been so good against lefties. Keibert Ruiz getting ready to hit. He's already homered in this game.
Look for him to hit behind the runner, perhaps shoot it to the right side.
Puts a bunt down. Chapman throws to first in time, and they get the leadoff man in the 10th.
Up next for the Nationals, right fielder James Wood.
So now with 1 away and a man at second, James Wood digging in for the Nationals.
Oh, how he'd love to walk it off right here.
Brubaker checks the runner.
He made it
Tenna
safe.
back on a dive. Up the middle, lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. He decides to hold on to it, and now they have runners at the corners.
Fantastic work running it down, knowing it was going to be difficult to make any type of play. Nice job of limiting damage in that spot.
Brady House, the next to hit. Corner infielders playing in. And the pitch is outside, ball one. The Nationals, the winning run at third here in extra innings. Grounder might be 2. Ruiz has it for 1. Double play, and we have more free baseball on the way.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
On to extra
Leading off for
innings.
San Francisco,
Now the Giants'
first baseman,
4-hitter, Rafael Devers.
Ball one.
Man at second. That's in there. And the count 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. I really think the outer half is open.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Gassed it right by him.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Go ahead run on base. Casey Schmitt, the next Giant to hit. He's already homered here in this one. Fought off foul. Tied at 4.
What do you
Check
got?
swing. Now we'll look down to first. And he went around. Just enough that time. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
Now it's the right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Misses
Nope,
off the
outside.
plate. And it's 1-0. Man on second, 2 down. Just
Ball
missed. Swing and a ground ball. Abrams tosses to first, and that will end the inning. 1 run can win it as we move to the bottom of the 11th. And we are tied 4-4. Back here in Nationals Park. All set for the bottom of the 11th. Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals. Man at second, nobody out. Chris, certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the
That's
game
a
played
ball.
today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep their remaining challenge. 0-1 now. That's to third. Whips it across. Now 1 away.
Up next for the Nationals, shortstop.
And here is CJ Abrams.
Well, first base open. Really no reason to pitch to this hitter right here. Put him on. Have the force at second, first. Perhaps getting inning-ending double play.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Winning run stands at second. Ripped into left for a base hit. Runner around third. Here comes the throw. Across is the winning run, and the Nationals walk it off in the 11th.
You know, he had to feel the pressure. Winning run on second base. Found a way to make solid contact, and the winning run comes across to score. Everyone going crazy. Exciting finish to this game today.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.